Greetings from California. Michael Suttle here, zooming in from Southern California today on behalf of Tartini advisors and students around the world. I'm a Indiana University graduate, as you might guess from the shirt, and this is my Republic of California hat. So I'm representing both states and and I'm representing Tartini today, but I'm also influenced by California, the UC system, and Indiana University, my alma mater. So let's get started. You might be wondering, what is this about? So I'll bring up some slides and see if I can do so in a smooth manner, turning on share. And then hopefully with a couple of clicks, you can see the full screen mode. And I think this will make a lot of sense once we get it visible. What we did in June, and this will take about 5 or 10 minutes max to explain, is on the Tartini platform, conducted a summer school only class Friday and Saturday mornings from 10:30 and 11:30 respectively, for about an hour and a half. That was nicknamed M350 in honor of a course that's upcoming in the new Indiana University Jacobs School of Music, Kelley School of Business joint major in music business, which is about to launch. And I'm getting ready, hopefully, to teach that class when the students are ready for it. I believe the first 40 or so students are arriving in August, which I think today is August 1st, 2025. So I guess that means now, to start the 4-year program. And this class, I believe, will come later. So on the strength of doing well, let me just take you through a couple of pictures. So what is this? I just described a little bit of this, 10:30 and 11:30 on Saturdays on the Tartini platform. We charged minimal fees for this. We figured we would do the class in June if we got 5 or more students signed up. Good news. We did get 5 or more students signed up, so went ahead and did that. Got a lot of positive feedback, used SurveyMonkey to collect course and instructor feedback and review. So happy to share that. Inspired, as I said, by my alma mater, also inspired by the UCLA Herb Alpert School of Music, and also inspired by David Jacobs, who's one of the benefactors of the Jacobs School and lives in Los Angeles. It's kind of a cool connection there. And I've met him several times, and he's inspirational to say the least. Herb Alpert is on tour this summer, and my colleague and friend Xander Smith is his road manager. Shout out to Xander, a graduate of UCLA. I haven't met Herb Alpert yet, but I've been following him for a pretty long time. He just turned 90 and reconstructed a Tijuana brass and took that on the road. So a lot of stories there. This is the overall syllabus and schedule. 11 sessions. You can read this. I won't read it to you. A lot of very cool guest speakers, a lot of good, strong textbooks, starting with the standard Belch and Belch marketing textbook from IU Kelley. My colleague Tom Morris, who used his book, Always the Music. You'll see some pictures of these books. Blue Ocean Strategy has great case studies about Cirque du Soleil and Apple iTunes. Digital marketing book, Simon Sinek, Jim Collins' Good to Great. My teacher, Professor Arthur Benaid from Case Western Reserve, where I went to graduate school at Cleveland Institute of Music. He was in the physics department, wrote a couple of really great books about musical acoustics, and was just a wonderful human. More recent stuff is Kai-Fu Lee's book on AI superpowers that came out about 4 or 5 years ago. And Tom Morris, of course, his book, Always the Music, just came out about 4 or 5 months ago. And they got one bonus guest speaker, George Shernitt, longtime colleague. He's a founding member of the Cleveland Jazz Orchestra. He also has a long career. He's still at it. I think he told me his 40th year. I don't think he would mind me sharing that. Selling and distributing band instruments for Jupiter, both in the big company corporate headquarters and on the road with end users and customers. So some people wonder what marketing actually is or sales. Let's start with sales. Sales is all about the deals. You might have heard of Ralph Harrison, the king of salespeople, who actually, according to the picture, sold refrigerators to Eskimos. That's what the picture says. Thank you, Gary Larson, far side. Marketing is all about the market. This picture is the inside of the Walt Disney Concert Hall where the LA Philharmonic plays in downtown Los Angeles. And I picked this kind of a picture, this specific picture, I mean, because of all the empty seats. There's no one on stage. There's no one in those seats. There's no one in the audience, no one in those chairs, no one in those seats. This, I thought, represents the opportunity of market and marketing in a musical setting. We've got a bunch of case studies we put together. Taylor Swift, John Batiste, Kenny Aronoff, Herb Alpert, the CEO of Universal Music Group, and Tom Morris, multiple time successful CEO and even artistic director at several institutions. And as I mentioned, just came out with this book, Always the Music. A little bit about me. This is my background. I won't delve into this too much other than to say that I sort of have 5 points in my pentagram in my background. So I picked a pentagon as the shape. And all of these are earned, not learned. You have to earn your way into the Grammys. You can't sign up for the Grammy Awards, for the Grammy Foundation membership. I mean, no matter how good you are on an instrument, you can only get in if you've played on a recording that's been nominated for a Grammy. Then you can join. So I learned after I was lucky, really luck. That's kind of my number one skill is luck. I'm a channel swimmer. I was the 58th person to swim the Catalina Channel. Similar experience there is you have to have done the channel to be a member of the Catalina Channel Swimming Federation, a full-fledged member. I worked for SAP for 10 years, started as a sales rep, big German software company that you all might know about. And that earned my way into Sequoia Capital, not in the VC, but in their portfolio companies, head of sales for a couple of different Sequoia, a couple of different Menlo Ventures, several different Hammer Ventures. And at the top, I consider this to be the pinnacle of success, is being involved with the Jacobs School of Music, Kelley School of Business at my alma mater, Indiana University. So that's my Pentagon experience. This is where I'm coming from. I think it's important to know where your teachers, mentors, coaches, or leaders are coming from. And my bold claim is that this is unique. If this is good or not, that's for someone other than me to decide. But I think it's unique. And then here's some more traditional bio, and I won't read this to you, but you can read it when you get the copy of this. Here's how to get a hold of me. I'll leave this up for a minute. And we're interested in doing this again. Maybe we'll do it every June. Could do it more frequently than that. It's a really compressed, very high octane, high value, but not high cost way of getting kind of immersed in music marketing. These are the books that we used. I mentioned a couple of them as we talked, and I'll stop sharing so I can just kind of close out with a couple of heartfelt thoughts. Wow, this is a good experience. And the reason it was a good experience is the students. The students showed up, were engaged, additive to the process. As usual, the teacher learned more than the students did. And I just want to say a shout out to my inspiration, Indiana University, Jacobs School of Music and Kelley School of Business, and the UCLA Herb Alpert School of Music. Have a good weekend. Peace, y'all. See you soon.